Right, so, is this kid crazy? Is he an idiot? Well, we're going to have to go back a little bit to figure that out. Hi, my name is David J. Hopkins. I'm 21 years of age and I'm from Dublin, Ireland. The majority of you watching this video probably already know who I am, but if this video gains traction and new people start coming in, hopefully this video is a good kind of place to start when figuring out more about me and my mission in relation to what this video is about and what future videos in this series are about. So I guess the best place to start is from the beginning. I started this YouTube channel in November of 2011 under my parents' supervision, and I just made silly little videos with action figures, borrowing my parents' phones, making short videos. I posted so many times a day. And as I grew up, the content grew with me. My production value, if that's what you want to call it, updated and it got better. And that was kind of just the process for well over 10 years. There was never really a niche that I fitted into, never really a content style. But for those of you who've been on the channel for longer than 2 years, you might remember kind of the day it all changed. In the summer of 2024, I uploaded a video called The Fellowship versus the Wicklow Way Part 1, the test hike. It was a vlog style video where me and some friends from college went on a hike. We did the first day kind of an Irish through hike known as the Wicklow Way. We camped it, we came back, and well, that video did really well. And that shaped the course of this channel's content forever, gearing specifically towards outdoor adventure, travel, and now mountaineering content. My whole life, I have never lived more than 5 minutes away from the mountains. My earliest and fondest childhood memories are of my dad bringing myself and my sister up hill walks and mountain walks. And for those of you who remember the big snow in Ireland in 2010, building igloos up in the Wicklow Mountains. I was in the Scouts for many, many years, but then in the end of 2017, when I joined secondary school, and my schedule got a bit more full, which honestly, looking back on it then, and it's been 9 years since then. I mean, it was first year secondary school, Dave, cop on a little bit. It's not that deep. I decided to leave Scouts. It was great. I have some of the certificates on the wall just out of frame here. But essentially for a 7-8 year period following 2017, I didn't go into the mountains at all. I had no relation to them. I probably went into the mountains maybe 3 times. Twice was 1 or 2 cycles I did during the COVID lockdown, and once was maybe 1 hike. But as you usually do, I was a grumpy teenager and was of the mindset that the outdoors was kind of boring. Sure, hill walking, that's for old people. Who does that? That's weird. But then, as I've described to so many of you who know me before, that faithful day in April 2024 came. April 24th, 2024. A couple of days prior, one of my college friends asked if I wanted to go on a hike in Glendalough with him and some of the lads, and I agreed. And to this day, I don't know what happened. The way I describe it is that 7 to 8 years of built-up, suppressed love and enthusiasm and passion for the outdoors on that hike just exploded and spilt and leaked all over my brain. And, well, that led me on a path to this video. A path that 2 years ago, before that hike, if you told me I would be on, I wouldn't believe you for even a second. Since then, I've been on countless hikes, countless through hikes, countless camps, countless expeditions. I've camped in -7 degrees at the peak of winter. I have climbed and hiked in some of the most unreal weather in Wicklow. I have been here and there. I have hiked in Switzerland, done ferratas in Switzerland. I have done so much. I have trained with professional 8,000 meter mountaineers, and I have seen a lot. I've done some of Ireland's most famous through hikes, both with people, both solo, in the summer, in the winter. I've done a lot. Safe to say, I have done a lot. When I first got into the outdoors again back in 2024, I loved just putting on a backpack and going out into the mountains. And I still do, don't get me wrong. But I've always been someone who wanted more. Someone who had a drive for something greater, something bigger than myself. And that's no different when it came to my love for the mountains. And as time progressed, I wanted to do crazier things. Hence the -7 degrees camping that I mentioned. Hence the crazy hiking weather in the Wicklow Mountains. eventually leading me to the world of mountaineering. Higher altitude mountaineering. Extreme altitude mountaineering. And then an interest in the death zone. I'm kind of sounding like a broken record here, and honestly I'm sounding like some David Goggins character from a self-help podcast, but I'm just trying to get my thoughts across in a sort of raw and almost unscripted way, because that's what I want this video to be. This video is almost like my testimony for what this upcoming mission is, and I'm going to explain it to you right now. Now, about 4 to 5 months ago, something happened to me that I can kind of draw similarities to from this book right here. This is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. It's his autobiography, or biography, which is the one where they write it themselves. I can't quite remember. For those of you who are fans of Goggins, you probably know the story of how he signed up to the Badwater 135. He really got into ultramarathon running and looked up what's the hardest one in the world. He saw Badwater 135, and the first thing he thought was, all right, grand, yeah, that's what I'll do so. And he went on and did it. Well, a couple months ago, I watched a documentary for the first time, and it has stuck with me ever since. The scenes, the cinematography, the soundtrack. Oh my God, the soundtrack is unreal. 14 peaks, nothing's impossible. The pure scale and the surrealism of the landscapes and the feats that Nirmal Persia, the main character of the documentary, was undertaking just completely floored me, and I was awed by it. I knew there had been Irish people who had climbed some of the 8,000ers. Matter of fact, at the time I was looking at the Irish team who were building up to preparing for their Irish expedition. The first fully Irish team on Everest since 2003, I believe it was. Well, I decided to look something up on Google. Had any Irish person ever climbed the 14 8,000ers? And the answer was no. And in that moment, I did exactly what Goggins did, and I thought to myself, well, that'll be it so. And now I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Operation 8000er. The series that from this video will document my entire journey to climbing the 14 8,000ers. That is a terrifying sentence. This is a video I have been terrified to make. I was supposed to make this video weeks ago, because admittedly I am terrified to make this video. I'm terrified to put this video out. I put out the trailer for this video, announcing that I was going to post it before I even recorded. I put that video out this morning. You always have the fear of what are people going to think about you, you know? I get it. I completely get it. I know if this video gains a lot of traction, I'm going to get so much flack for it. And honestly, deservedly so. How does some kid who barely has enough experience, let alone above 2,000 meters, how does he think he's going to go and become this 8,000 meter athlete who thinks he's going to climb the 14 8,000ers? I mean, I barely have the body to even do a 4,000er right now. I haven't even done a 4,000er. I haven't done a 3,000er. I haven't done a 2,000er. Hell, I did my first 1,000er like 3 months ago. Yeah, a lot of people watching this video right now probably think he's too big for his boots. There's some Billy Big Bollocks on my screen talking about how, oh, I'm going to climb the 14 8,000ers. I know, I get it. Trust me, I do. But there's one thing I have on my side. Pure delusion. Stay with me now. A lot of people like David Goggins, a lot of people, some of the most successful people in the world had something on their side, and that was pure divine delusion. The belief that no matter what happens in their life, no matter what society tells them, no matter what people tell them, no matter whatever happens or what they're told, they are going to do what they set out to do. They are going to do exactly what they say they're going to do. And that is the kind of divine delusional belief that I have. Yes, you are absolutely correct. I have not done a 4,000er. I did my first 1,000er 2 months ago. Who the hell am I to talk? I know nothing. Yeah, you're right, I don't. But I have the belief that if I continue to learn and I continue to train and I continue to make progressions in my ability, I'm going to do it. I know for a fact I'm going to do it. I don't need any reassurance. Because this goal is what I think about from the second I wake up in the morning to the second I fall asleep at night. When I was training and being mentored for a weekend back in March by a brilliant Irish mountaineer who's done Everest, he's done Cho Oyu, Pat Falvey is his name. I'm not going to do this mysterious character thing. He had the exact same things to say to me. Do you understand the goal you're undertaking? Do you know how much work this is going to be? Absolutely, you can do it if you put your mind to it. But let's just be realistic here. But I loved him for the fact that he never once doubted the fact that I can do it. And for someone like him to have belief in me, that was a huge motivator. And I'm going to have that same belief in myself. And for any of you out there who want to have that same belief in me, I appreciate it, but as long as I have that belief in myself, that's what matters at the end of the day. I know it's going to take all the effort, the time, and the money in the world. And hey, look, at the end of the day, I actually might fail. I might die doing it. But Nietzsche once said, I can imagine no greater life purpose than to perish in trying to achieve the great or impossible. And that's a quote I live by. This is Operation 8000er. My name is David J. Hopkins. I'm 21 years old from Dublin, Ireland. I'm going to climb the 14 8000ers, whether it kills me or not. I'm going to learn, I'm going to progress, I'm going to become better every single day. My first goal is Mount Everest in the spring season of 2031 or 2032. I'm working towards that every day. After that, maybe G1 or G2. Choyu, Dholagiri, Makalu, Manaslu. I'm going to end with K2 and Annapurna. Whichever mountains come in between is up to fate. That is my goal. I'm climbing these mountains because I can. It's what I feel in my soul, in my heart, in my mind. Because let's be real, I'm incredibly privileged to be able to sit down and make this video. I'm incredibly privileged to have my arms, my legs, to be able to wake up every morning, to be able to have these dreams. That's my goal. That is the purpose of this series, to document every moment of this journey from beginning to end. So, if you'd like to join me, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you on the way. And if you're a fellow mountaineer or a fellow climber who would like to get involved, share advice, or anything similar like that, don't be afraid to send a message on Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform you prefer to use. There you go. Honestly, I don't think I got everything I wanted to say across in this video because it's just such a huge thing for me to even think about. Maybe I should have written a script, but I just wanted to sit down in front of a camera and say what I had to say. This is Operation 8000er. Here we go.